He always just does.
That's the red line. Defending.
I think it's like.
Saliba and Zinchenko's seasons are done, people. As you can see here, The Athletic have come out with an article, Arsenal injury blow with Saliba and Zinchenko out for the rest of the season. Now, where Saliba's concerned, even though Arteta didn't admit it, I can't say anybody is surprised. Probably potentially one of the worst kept secrets. For Zinchenko, I know he's relatively been fit for the whole season, but he has been touch and go, and he did come off the bench. Come off the pitch, sorry, and was benched obviously against Newcastle. He's carrying a knock. Some people would say he needs to be dropped for form anyways. I mean, with not much more to go of the season, it is what it is, people. I think the only disaster is if Kieran Tierney is still required to try and play the inverted role that Zinchenko currently occupies, rather than just play how he plays. Nonetheless, you know, obviously Saliba, Zinchenko, El Nene, Tomiyasu. Feel free to comment any other injury, people that have been missing. Injuries happen. Smash the like button, comment your thoughts, people. William Saliba and Zinchenko have been ruled out for the remainder of the season in a significant blow to Arsenal's Premier League title hopes. I mean, City have all but won the league. We hope that we can get through it, and probably would have loved to have had both of these players available or in contention to play against Brighton on Sunday. Both defenders have been key performers in Arsenal's sustained push for a first top-flight title since 2004. As we already know, Saliba sustained a back issue in the Europa League last 16 defeat by Sporting Lisbon in March, while Zinchenko was forced off during Sunday's win at Newcastle United with a calf problem. While the pair's injuries are significant enough to prevent them from featuring again this campaign, neither are expected to require surgery. Definitely where William Saliba is concerned, that is fantastic news, because it means that they're just going to let this injury heal normally, and he can be an option for us next season, and better yet in pre-season. So it's nice to hear there's no surgery. Saliba has missed Arsenal's last 8 matches, having previously made 33 appearances in all comps. Tierney, who came on for Zinchenko at St. James's Park, will deputise in the Ukraine international absence. And I mean, you've seen it already. We've seen at a point Tomiyasu played left back ahead of Tierney. Zinchenko, obviously, that's been his role. Injuries can strike at any point, and you know we've got faint hopes of the title. We still got to play Brighton, still got to play Wolves, still got to go to Nottingham Forest. It is very difficult, people. So we'll have to see how this develops. Rob Holding had regularly partnered Gabriel at centre-back with Saliba sidelined, but Poland international Kyrgios has started the last 2 games in the victories against Chelsea and Newcastle. We're next in action at the Emirates on Sunday against Brighton and Hove Albion, who are going to want to hit back after obviously a disappointing game against Everton, people. Big up Arsenal Informer in this website. Apparently they have spoken with Manuel Sierra, who is the agent of Caicedo, people. Let's see exactly what has been said, people. Arsenal is a great team for everyone. Let's see what happens in the summer. There are many clubs keen on Caicedo. As you know, he has signed a new contract, people, at Brighton. He has said Caicedo has 4 years left on his contract. He's having an incredible season, so it's normal that there are many clubs interested in him. Now he's completely focused on the last part of the season. All evaluations will be postponed until the summer. This is not a surprise because there aren't many other midfielders so young and talented around Europe. I believe he can really improve in every aspect of the game. He can slot into any team and he's ready for it all. His dream is to play in the Champions League and to reach as far as he can in football. His idol, N'Golo Kante. Then said people on potential comparisons between De Zerbi and Arteta, they are brave, intelligent and top coaches. Facts. Apparently, he said, in response to recent claims made by David Ornstein about a potential special clause in Caicedo's contract that might help to facilitate a move from Brighton, the player's agent, Manuel Sierra, has apparently dismissed these reports in an exclusive interview. Apparently, it's been confirmed there's no such clause in his client's contract for this summer, despite ongoing speculation about a potential move to Arsenal. So, I mean, we haven't exactly been told anything new there, really. I mean, this is just a link back to the website, which is great, but I thought there'd be other stuff there. Once again, there's 4 years left on his contract. Apparently, Arsenal is a great club for everyone. Let's see what happens in the summer. There are many clubs keen on Caicedo, so, which is a fact, people. You know, everyone's going to be interested in him. We all know there's a number of players with uncertain futures at Arsenal Football Club. Granit Xhaka this week's been linked with moving back to Leverkusen because his wife isn't necessarily happy. Lokonga, whether it's permanent or loan, probably not going to be here. I've covered this, and check out the other videos and also let me know your thoughts. But apparently Arsenal, Bayern Munich and Barcelona are all interested in Cancelo, people. And he's also been linked with Real Madrid, as it appears that Bayern Munich don't really want to pay the 70 million euro asking price or the fee. Obviously, his bridges are burnt at Manchester City. He's allegedly had a bust up with Pep. He was booed by the fans. Far cry from over a year ago where he signed a new deal, people, and he's unlikely to be reintegrated next season. They've kept it moving in his absence with Akanji, Ake, Stones, Lewis, and the rest of them, people. Arsenal are also keen on Cancelo. Mikel Arteta briefly worked with him during their respective times at City, and the Spaniard believes that he could slot nicely into the Gunners' current tactical set. Well, when we've got injuries to Zinchenko and Cole, yes, obviously he can play on the right-hand side and do that inverted role, so that could bring in Tierney. I don't think we do it for the wages, for the fee they'd probably want. Maybe he's a bit disruptive. He's not going to come cheap. Do we have 50 to 70 million euros on the right back? Or do we go for Fresnador, who's a bit younger? Not obviously of the level, but he's a bit younger, and that allows us to do things elsewhere. Let me know your thoughts on such people. Apparently, João Felix, could actually stay in the Prem, but not at Chelsea. For what it's worth, if we look at this, apparently, it's claimed that despite his decision to continue playing apparently he wants to continue playing in the Premier League, people. It's claimed that despite his decision to continue playing in England, he wants to feature in the Champions League next season, and the Blues can't offer him that. So obviously, if he wants to stay here, Manchester United, potentially Liverpool, if they get into it, Newcastle, United, Arsenal and City at this moment in time could all be destinations. Obviously, Manchester United have a divine history with Portuguese players. And I must admit, I don't think he set the world alight. Everybody's looked needy at Chelsea. But for the fees and the loan fee and stuff, Man United and Arsenal moved away. So I can't see them going for it. I can't see them taking him on permanently. And for both clubs, Man United and Arsenal specifically, he's a great player, can play in a number of roles. But what does he fix? Is he the out-and-out striker that Manchester United potentially need? No. Is he the physical number 9 that Arsenal might need in terms of a variety? No. Yes, you can play up front in the 10, off the left, off the right, and you're a wonderful player. I mean, who wouldn't want him? He's an exciting player. But when you look past his ability and all of that and how the use he will have away from being a good player, it's a bit of a myth. Newcastle need a poster boy signing. I don't know if he wants to go and live in Newcastle and things. But, if they get him, Diaby, Rafinha, Arda Güler, who's not of these men's realm yet, but he's a young Fenerbahce attacker, Newcastle are going to sign some players, really. So we'll have to see, completely off topic where that's concerned. But for what it is worth, people, apparently the president of Atletico said, we don't know what will happen to João in the summer. At the moment, he is at Chelsea. Then we'll see if he can renew or not. He can continue another season or not. But don't worry about that. So we'll have to see exactly what happens in that regards, people. So, yeah, people, obviously we've spoken on the injury suffered to Saliba, which we already knew about. And now Zinchenko's season is done. Obviously, we've touched on Cancelo. We've touched on João Felix. We've looked at Caicedo. Let me know your thoughts. Does Tierney come back into the team? Could Rob Holding even come into centre back and Kyrgios go to left back? Don't think that will happen, but you get the point. And yeah, it just shows injuries can happen. With Saliba, worst kept secret. We knew it was touch and go. We knew he wasn't going to probably play again this season. There was no need to rush him back. It is what it is. What I would say is, despite Erik ten Hag saying Arsenal Football Club do not deal with injuries, you've seen us have to deal with a whole host of injuries. Xhaka's missed a couple of weeks. Zinchenko from the start of the season. Partey's missed a couple. El Nene, Tomiyasu, Kieran Tierney actually. And then Saliba now. And there's probably a couple of others. Jesus and Nketiah. Saka's carried an illness actually at times. Partey the same. Jorginho's been out. I'm not looking for excuses because it's football. It happens. Everybody suffers with injuries. So, yeah, we'll have to move on. But like I said, let me know your thoughts on everything we've discussed. Please make sure you're subscribing, you're smashing the like button and you're turning on your notifications. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you lot again soon.
There's always just that
active red flag, defending.
I think it's like